Hello students, hope you all are fine. In the previous classes we started AP and we discussed some questions also related to AP. Today also we will do some more questions related to AP. So shall we start? Yes. The first question is, two APs have the same common difference and the difference between their 50th term is given. Now just to check the question what they gave. Two APs have the same common difference. Their first term can be different but their common difference is same there. So we'll take the first term of one AP as A1. So write down there. Let the first term of an AP as A1 and of the other AP as B1, and D be the common difference, and common difference is same, that's why we are taking the common difference as D. D be the common difference. Now we will check what will be the first term. Two APs, the difference between their 50th term is 100. So 50th term of the first AP I am writing as A50 minus for the second AP I am writing as B50 because we have taken the first term as B1 is equal to what they gave. Difference between their 50th term is 100 given. We have to find the difference between their 1000th term. Now according to the formula, what will be A50? What was the general formula? AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Here our first term A that we have taken as A1. So we will write here A1 plus N minus 1. 50 minus 1 will be equal to 49 D. Common difference is D. Minus, whenever minus sign is there, put the bracket. The first term of the other AP we have taken as B1. So B1 plus N minus 1. Again 50 minus 1, 49. Common difference is D only. Equal to given there 100. Now we will open the bracket. We will check what will come. A1 plus 49D minus B1 minus 49D is equal to 100. So from here 49D and minus 49D will get cancelled. We will get A1 minus B1 is equal to 100. Make it equation number 1. So we got the difference between the first term of both the APs as 100. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out the difference between their 1000th term. So we will write directly, we will write what will be the difference there. So A 1000 minus B 1000 we have to calculate there. So according to the formula what will come? A 1000. The first term is A1. So it will be equal to A1 plus 1000 minus 1. 999 D minus 1000th term of the second AP. So that will be equal to B1 plus again 999 D. Common difference is same. That's why I have taken as D only. Now we will open the bracket. Then it will be equal to A1 plus 999 D minus B1 minus 999 D. Again 999 D will get cancelled there. We will get here A1 minus B1. And what is A1 minus B1? A1 minus B1 we wrote here is equal to 100. Here you can write that is from equation 1. So what we got? The difference between the 1000th term of both the APs also equal to 100. So if the common difference is same, the difference of any term also will be the same only. Clear? Okay. So we'll move to the next question. Next question is, how many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 6? How many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 6? So first we have to write down the smallest 3-digit number which is divisible by 6. We know smallest 3-digit number is 100. So we'll check whether 100 is divisible by 6 or not. How we can check? 100. It is divisible by 2. whether 100 is divisible by 3. How we are checking the divisibility rule of 3? If sum of the digits is a multiple of 3, then the number will be divisible by 3. It is divisible by 2, but it is not divisible by 3. Therefore, it will not be divisible by 6. Then we will move to the next one, that is 101. 101, 1 plus 1, 2, not divisible by 3, and it is not divisible by 2 also. Next one, 102. 102, just check even number, so divisible by 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So it will be divisible by 3 also. So if a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, it will be divisible by 6 also. If you want, you can check there. If we will divide, 6 ones are 6, 10 minus 6, 4, so 6 sevens are 42. So 102 is divisible by 6. So the first number which is divisible by 6, first 3-digit number, that will be equal to 102. To get the next number, what we have to do? That is divisible by 6. So normally how we are writing the multiplication table of 6? 6. Then next will be 6 plus 6, 12. Then again 12 plus 6, 18. So in the same way, we will write what will be the next term here, 102. Next we will write 102 plus 6. So that will be equal to 108. Next again 108 plus 6. So that will be equal to 114. In this way we have to check what will be the last number, last 3-digit number which is divisible by 6. We know the largest 3-digit number is 999. Now we will check whether it is divisible by 6 or not. As you can check, it is divisible by 3, but it is not divisible by 2. So it will not be divisible by 6 also. Now we will check about 998. 998 divisible by 2. And we will check now 9 plus 9, 18. 18 plus 8 will be equal to 26. 26 is not a multiple of 3. So it is not divisible by 3. That's why it will not be divisible by 6 also. Otherwise, if you want, this method, if it is difficult for you, directly you can divide this number by 6. And we will check what will come. 6 ones are 6. 9 minus 6, 3. Then 9 will come. 6 6 are 36. Again 9 minus 6, 3, 39. 6 6 are 36. What is the remainder coming? 3. Then what we will do? We will subtract the remainder from 999. 999 minus 3. So that will be equal to 996. So this will be the greatest 3-digit number which is divisible by 6. If you want, you can check. It is divisible by 2. And as you can see, it is divisible by 3 also. So the last number will be equal to 996. Now what we have to find? In this way, how many 3-digit numbers are there? How many numbers are there means what we have to find out? Yes, we have to find out the value of n here. We will write down what are the things given. A is equal to 102. Common difference D is equal to 108 minus 102. That will be equal to 6. And what is the last term we have? 996. So last term we will take as our nth term is equal to 996. Now using this one we will calculate what will be the value of n. We have an is equal to 996. Formula for an, a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 996. Now we will substitute the value. In place of a we have 102 plus n minus 1 into 6 is equal to 996. Now 102 I am shifting to right hand side. So it will be equal to n minus 1 into 6 is equal to 996 minus 102. N minus 1 into 6 is equal to, do the subtraction here. 6 minus 2, 4, 9 minus 0, 9, 9 minus 1, 8. After that, it depends on you. If you want, you can multiply here. Otherwise, you can shift 6 to right hand side there. 6 is multiplied by n minus 1. When you will change the position, it will get divided. So we will get n minus 1 is equal to 894 divided by 6. Now we can divide it by 6. Here directly I am doing by 6 only. 6 ones are 6. 6 ones are 6. So 8 minus 6, 2 will come. So we'll write 6 fours are 24. 9 minus 4, 5. So we are getting here 54. 6 nines are 54. So n minus 1 is equal to 149. So n is equal to 149 plus 1, 150. So total 153 digit numbers are there which are divisible by 6. Hope the method is clear to you. Okay. Now we'll move to the next question. Next question, question number 3 is, how many multiples of 3 lie between 10 and 100? Between 10 and 100. How many multiples of 3 are there? So it is written between. So 10 and 100 we don't want. Between 10 and 100 we have to check how many multiples of 3 are there. So after 10, 11. 11 is not a multiple of 3. Next one will come. Yes, 12. Then 12 plus 3, 15. In this way, what will be the last number between 10 and 100? So previous one 100, 99. And 99 is divisible by 3. So the last number will be equal to 99. Again, we have the value of A here, 12, and D is equal to 15 minus 12 will be equal to 3, and the last term is 99. So from here again we have to count how many numbers are there. Means we have to find out the value of n. So here I am using the formula A plus n minus 1 into D is equal to 99. Substitute the value. In place of A we have 12 plus n minus 1 into 3 is equal to 99. Now first one I used this method. So in this one we will check if we will do the multiplication, then how it will be possible there. 12 plus 3 will be multiplied by n. So it will be equal to 3n minus 3 is equal to 99. 12 minus 3 will be equal to 9. So 9 plus 3n is equal to 99. 9 shift to right hand side. So it will be equal to 99 minus 9. So that step I am not writing. I am directly writing the value. 3n will be equal to 99 minus 9. Yes, 90. Then n will be equal to 90 by 3. So that will be equal to 30. If you will shift this 12 there, then also same answer only will come. Any method you can use there. So we got n is equal to 30. So how many multiples of 3 are there? There are 30 numbers between 10 and 100 which are divisible by 3. In this way we can solve any question there. Okay. So next question, question number 4. In question number 4 they asked for what value of n the nth term of two APs are given and condition given their nth term is equal. So what we will do? First we will find out the nth term of the two APs. So for the first AP, the first AP is 5, 9, 13, etc. And the second AP is 96, 93, 90, etc. And it was given nth term of these two APs are equal. So we are going to find out the nth term. So A is equal to 5, D is equal to 9 minus 5 will be equal to 4. So an, nth term, an is equal to, formula is A plus n minus 1 into D. Now substitute the value 5 plus nth term we don't know. So in place of n don't substitute any value. In place of D we have 4. So we'll get 5 plus 4n minus 4. So that will be equal to 4n plus 1. So nth term of the first AP we got as 4n plus 1. In the same way we'll calculate the nth term of the second AP also. In the second AP we have A is equal to 96. and D is equal to 93 minus 96. 93 minus 96 will be equal to minus 3. So nth term of this AP we will check now what will come. Already formula we wrote there. So I am directly substituting the value A. In place of A we have 96 plus n minus 1 into minus 3. Now do the multiplication. 96 minus 3n minus into minus will be equal to plus. So what we are getting here, 96 plus 3 will be equal to 99 minus 3n. So nth term of the first AP we got 4n plus 1 and nth term of the second AP we got 99 minus 3n. And according to the question, it is said these nth terms are equal. Then what we will do? We will equate the nth term. So we'll write according to the question. According to the question, equate the nth term. They are saying the nth terms are equal. 99 minus 3n. Now we'll shift minus 3n to left hand side. Minus 3n will become plus 3n. So 4n plus 3n will be equal to 7n is equal to 99 minus 1 will be equal to 98. So n is equal to 98 by 7. 98 by 7. Cancel it by 7. 7 ones are 7. 2 will come. So 7 fours are 28. So we will get n is equal to 14. Which means 14th term of the two APs are equal. I hope you all are getting the concept of AP. Yes. So shall we move to the next one? Okay. Next question is find the 15th term from the end of the AP. AP is given 6, 10, 14, etc. 178. We have to find out the 15th term, but not from the first one. What we have to do? We have to find out the 15th term from the end there. So what we are doing? We are reversing the AP now. Now just to check there. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 4, 14. So we are adding 4 to the previous term. So can you tell me what will be the previous term here? Yes? Yes, correct. Previous term is equal to 174. So I am just reversing the AP now. I am writing in reverse order. 178, 174, etc. In this way, the last term is 6 there. Now what we have to do? We have to find out the 15th term from the end. Now from the end means we have to find out from here. So directly we can calculate what will be A15. So here we have A is equal to 178 and D is equal to 174 minus 178. So that will be equal to minus 4. Method is clear to you? We have to find out the 15th term. But not from the starting. We have to find out from the end. So what we did? We reversed our AP. We wrote the last term first there and then one more term we wrote to check the common difference. Here you can check. If you will check from here, 10 minus 6 will come 4. But if we are writing from the end, our common difference will be negative there. Now we will calculate what will be A15. According to the formula, what will come? A15? Yes, it will come A plus 14D. Now substitute the value. In place of A we have 178 plus 14 into minus 4. So 178 plus 14 forza is 56 and minus 4 is there. So that's why it will be equal to minus 56. Now do the subtraction. 8 minus 6 2. 7 minus 5 to 122. So 15th term from the end will be equal to 122. Not from the starting there. Clear? Okay. One more question we will do. Find the 11th term from the last term of the AP. Find the 11th term from the last term of the AP. 10, 7, 4, etc. minus 62. We have to calculate the 11th term from the last. Means we have to calculate the 11th term from the end there. So again we will check out what will be one more term here. Previous term also we will write. So to write the previous term we should know this value. Just to check, this AP is decreasing there. 10 minus 3 is 7 there. Then 7 minus 3, 4. So to get the next term, what we have to do here? 4 plus 3, 7. So here minus 62 plus 3. Minus 62 plus 3. What will come? Yes, it will be equal to minus 59. Clear? Here what we did? 10, 7, 4. In this way our AP is decreasing there. So that's why I wrote there. If you don't want to write this one, if suppose this question is not clear to you, then what you should do? First, from here, what is our common difference from the starting? 7 minus 10 will be equal to minus 3. So from the end, if we are checking, from the end, our common difference will change the sign. From the end, common difference will be equal to 3 there. Clear? From the starting, if the common difference is minus 3, then from the end it will be equal to plus 3. If you want, we can check it here. We wrote here minus 59. So our AP will come in this way. Minus 62, minus 59, etc. The last term is 10 there. So here we have A is equal to minus 62, D is equal to A2 minus A1. So minus 59 minus 62. So minus into minus plus. So we'll get 12 minus 9 here, 3. So common difference is equal to 3. Now what we have to calculate? 11th term. So write down A11 is equal to, according to the formula it will come A plus 11 minus 1, 10 D. Now substitute the value. In place of A we have minus 62 plus 10 into 3. So it will be equal to minus 62 plus 30. Minus 62 plus 30 will be equal to minus 32. So 11th term from the last will be equal to minus 32. So whenever you have to calculate the 11th term from the end, if this concept is not clear to you, just check the common difference from the beginning and just change the sign if you have to calculate the nth term or any term from the end. Clear? Okay. So the next question is question number 7. Question number 7 is the sum of 5th and 9th term of an AP is 72. So directly we are going to write what is given in the question. Sum of 5th and 9th term. 5th term meaning that is A5 plus 9th term A9 is equal to, how much it was given? 72. Now simplify it. A5, 5th term, according to the formula what will come? A plus 5 minus 1, 4D plus. Similarly, A9 can be written as, yes, A plus 8D is equal to 72. A plus A will be equal to 2A plus 4 plus 8 will be equal to 12D is equal to 72. Make it equation number 1. Here if you want you can cancel it by 2 also. I haven't cancelled because sometimes the second equation which we are writing, not possible, not necessary that in that also it should get cancelled there. So better don't cancel it. Write in this way only. Now in the next one what is given, next information is sum of 7th and 12th term. So 7th A7 plus 12th term A12 is equal to 97 is given. So again we'll use the formula. A7 can be written as, yes, A plus 6D plus A12 can be written as A plus 11D is equal to 97. A plus A will be equal to 2A plus 11 plus 6. So that will be equal to 17D is equal to 97. Just to check, in this one, the expressions, all terms are not divisible by 2. That's why here also I said you don't cancel it by 2. Because we want the coefficient of A equal only. Equation 2. Now what we will do to get the values of A and D? Yes, we will do the subtraction there. Equation 2 minus equation 1. Equation 2 minus equation 1. Equation 1 already written here. Second equation I am writing here. 2A plus 17D is equal to 97. We are subtracting both the equation there. Do the subtraction, then in subtraction sign will change. 2A minus 2A will get cancelled here. 7 minus 2 will be equal to 5D is equal to 7 minus 2, 5, 9 minus 7, 2. 5D is equal to 25. So from here we will get D is equal to 25 divided by 5. D is equal to 5. Now to get the value of A, you can substitute the value of D in any one of the equations. So suppose I am substituting in equation 1. 2A plus 12D is equal to 72. Now if you want, you can cancel it by 2 there. Now because we don't want the values now. So here dividing by 2. So it will be equal to A plus 6D is equal to 36. Now substitute the value of D. A plus 6 into 5 is equal to 36. A plus 6 5s are 30 is equal to 36. So from here we will get A is equal to 36 minus 30. So A is equal to 6. Question not over. Question is asked to find the AP. So we have to write what will be our AP. So write down. Our AP will be equal to, the first term is 6 and common difference is 5. So next term will be equal to 6 plus 5, 11. Next again 11 plus 5 will be equal to 16. Minimum 3 terms you have to write. Clear? Okay. All of you, whenever I am doing the question, you also do with me there. Don't simply look at the board there. Do the questions with me. So moving on to the next question. Next question number 8 is, again we will read the question and we will write out the equation as it is given in the question there. If 5 times the fifth term of an AP, 5 times means 5 into the fifth term means A5. 5 times the fifth term of an AP is equal to 8 times its 8th term. 8 times its 8th term. As it was given in the question, I read the question and wrote the equation. 5 times the fifth term of an AP is equal to 8 times the 8th term. Now first what we will do, we'll simplify it. 5 times the fifth term, A5, what will come? Yes, it will be equal to A plus 4D is equal to 8 into A8 can be written as, yes, very good, A8 can be written as A plus 7D. Multiply here, so it will be equal to 5A plus 5 4s are 20D is equal to 8A plus 8 7s are 56D. We can shift this 5A or anywhere, depends on you. I am shifting it here. So 5A minus 8A will be equal to minus 3A is equal to 20D. I am shifting to right hand side. So it will be equal to 56D minus 20D. I am doing the subtraction also. 56 minus 20. So that will be equal to 36D. Correct? Okay. As we can check, both the terms are divisible by 3. So we can cancel it by 3. So it will be equal to minus A is equal to 12D. Minus A is equal to 12D, or what you can write here, I am multiplying it by negative sign. So it will be equal to A is equal to minus 12D, or A plus 12D is equal to 0. If you don't want to write this step, you can leave till here only. No problem there. Now what is asked in the question? So show that its 13th term is 0. Now we have to find out what will be the 13th term of the AP. According to the formula, what will come? A plus 13 minus 1, 12D. So suppose if I wrote till here, then directly here we proved A plus 12D is equal to 0. So directly we can write here 0. Or suppose you haven't written this step, you wrote till here only. A is equal to minus 12D. Then what we will do? In place of A, we will substitute there minus 12D plus 12D. Then both will get cancelled and again you will get equal to 0. So either you can write till here, or if you wrote till here, then you can use this method. Clear? Okay. So moving on to the next question, question number 9. Question number 9 is, I saved rupees 20 in the first week of a year. So I started with my saving, and in the first week, how many rupees I saved? 20 rupees, and then increased the weekly savings by rupees 5.75 per week. So in the first week, suppose I saved rupees 20. So in the next week, how much I will save? 20 plus 5.75. So that will be equal to 25.75. So in this way, I am going on saving. Now it was asked, in which year my savings become 83.25. So after some week, I have to check in which week my saving will be equal to 83.25. Can you tell me what we have to find out here? In which week my savings will become 83.25. In which week? Means what we have to find out? Yes, we have to find out the value of n. What is the first term here? A is equal to 20. And common difference D. This one not required there. Already it was written. Increased my weekly saving by rupees 5.75. So common difference is 5.75. And this we will consider as our nth term. An is equal to 83.25. Now we will substitute the value. Formula is A plus n minus 1 into D is equal to 83.25. Substitute the value. A 20 plus n minus 1 into 5.75 is equal to 83.25. Now what we can do? We can shift to 20 to right hand side. So it will be equal to n minus 1 into 5.75 is equal to 83.25 minus 20. So subtraction I am showing here. 83.25. In 20 decimal is not there, but decimal sign we cannot change there. So if decimal is not there, we can write as 20.00. So it will be equal to 5, 2, 3, 8 minus 2, 6. So here we are getting 63.25. Now next what we can do? If you want, you can multiply here. I think that will be easy for you. 5.75n minus 5.75 is equal to 63.25. Now we will shift 5.75 to right hand side. So 5.75n is equal to 63.25 plus 5.75. So here I am doing the addition. 63.25 plus decimal sign, position should not be changed. 5.75. 5 plus 5, 10. Carry over 1, 7 plus 2, 9, 10. Here 5 plus 3, 8 plus 1, 9. We will get is equal to 69. So 5.75n is equal to 69. Now 5.75 will shift to right hand side. So it will be equal to, n is equal to 69 by 5.75, division of decimal. So first what we have to do? We have to remove the decimal. After the decimal sign, how many digits are there? 2. So we'll multiply it by 100. Both numerator and denominator. This we are doing to remove the decimal there. So it will be equal to 6900 by 575. Now we can cancel it by, shall I cancel it by 25? Okay, no problem. Cancel it by 5. 5 ones are 5. Here it will be equal to 5 ones are 5. 7 minus 5, 2. So 5 5s are. Here 5 ones are 5. 6 minus 5, 1. So 5 3s are 15. So here 4 will come. 5 8s are 40. 0. Again we will cancel it by 5. 5 2s are 10. 5 3s are 15. Here 5 2s are 10. Then 38 will come. 5 7s are 35. Then 6 will come. 276. Now we are cancelling by 23. 23 ones are 23. 23 ones are 23. 7 minus 3 will be equal to 4. So 23 twos are 46. So we are getting n is equal to 12. So in which week my savings becomes 83.25. So answer statement will be equal to, in 12th week my saving will be equal to 83.25. So hope the method is clear to you. Thank you.